Our today's topic is salts. Objectives. In this session, we will be learning what are salts, characteristics of salts, nature of salts. What are salts? A salt is a compound formed from an acid by the replacement of hydrogen in the acid by a metal. The first part of the name of salt is derived from the name of a base, and the second part of the name of the salt comes from the name of acid. Example: when NaOH, a base, reacts with HCl, a acid, it forms NaCl, a salt, plus water. The salt is NaCl, in which the first name is derived from the base NaOH and the second name is derived from an acid HCl. Generally, salts are formed when an acid reacts with base. Let's discuss some characteristics of salts. Most of the salts are crystalline solid, which means most of the salts occur in the form of crystals. Salts may be transparent or opaque, which means salts may allow light to pass through them or they may just reflect light. Most of the salts are soluble in water. Example: NaCl dissolves in water. Solutions of this salt conduct electricity in their molten state also. The salts may be salty, sweet, bitter, and umami, savory. Neutral salts are odorless. Nature of salts. There can be three types of salts. Neutral salts. When acid and base neutralize, salts are formed. Strong acids and strong base combines, or weak acid and weak base combines to form neutral salt. For example, like NaCl. When sodium hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid, they form NaCl, a neutral salt. The another example is potassium sulfate. When potassium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, they form potassium sulfate, a neutral salt. Acidic salts. When strong acids and weak bases combine to form acidic salts. For example, NH4Cl. When ammonium hydroxide reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms NH4Cl, ammonium chloride, where ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and hydrochloric acid is a strong acid, which gives NH4Cl, ammonium chloride, which is a acidic salt. Our another example is NH4 whole twice SO4, where ammonium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid to form NH4 whole twice SO4, ammonium sulfate, in which ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and sulfuric acid is a strong acid, which gives NH4 whole twice SO4, a acidic salt. Basic salt. When weak acid and strong bases combine to form basic salts. For example, CH3COONA, sodium acetate. When acetic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium acetate, where acetic acid is a weak acid and sodium hydroxide is a strong base, which gives sodium acetate CH3COONA, a basic salt. Another example is Na2CO3, where carbonic acid reacts with sodium hydroxide to form Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, in which carbonic acid is a weak acid and sodium hydroxide is a strong base, which gives Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, a basic salt. I hope this video has helped you to understand what is a salt, characteristics of salt, and nature of salt. In our next video, we will explain you about types of salt. Thank you for now.